Mapatine just approaches Natasha and just bullshits for a little while,
Hmm.
and then she's like, "Uh, you you chose to be female, right? Nobody made that decision for you.
She shrugs and says, yes.
Why 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 did you? And in your mind, why are you female rather than male? What's the difference?"
She shrugs again and says, I don't know. Why are you female, Mapatine?
Well,
I mean,
it's
you were
different
born
from.
that way, yes, but
Yes,
you could identify yourself as a man.
I could, and I tend to think that it is sort of a spectrum, and I'm manlier than a lot of women, especially more than the average women. But um, yeah, it's pretty much, when we're born, someone looks at our bodies and says we're one or the other, and for some people it's not clear which one they are, but most people it is rather clear. But you had a choice, and I just wondered in your mind what was the difference, why you chose one rather than the other. You felt more one way rather than the other, and I wanted to know what was in your mind the difference between the two.
She says, well, to be honest, I don't know why I um, chose to be female, if that's how you want to put it. Um, Perhaps it's because of my mother's influence. Um, my father does say I look a lot like her.
You could look
Perhaps,
any way you want, can't you?
yes, but my father's here and my mother isn't. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Interesting.
I just feel like it's more I feel more comfortable like this. It's just more natural to me.
It would be different if you portrayed yourself as male.
It would, yes. I
Do you,
could I could portray a man, yes, if the need arises, but I do feel more comfortable looking like this.
because of the way people respond to you, or is that it? People expect different things from a female than from a male, and you're you're more apt at playing the female or something.
I don't know. Maybe people do respond differently to females. I haven't noticed that much. Well, I've noticed a bit more lately, but
Has Douglas been giving you trouble?
no, he's been rather nice. But I don't know why I am female.
Okay. That's just something that was I found interesting and couldn't really figure it out myself, so I thought I'd ask you for your insight to it, but maybe you didn't really think that much about it either, so.
She shakes her head and says, "Not really.
Probably a lot of people don't think too much about it anyway.
No, not at all. Not a lot of people know an AI that has a well a gender."
True. Well, Malpatine goes back to just, bullshit small talk, and then at an opportune time, goes back to her own thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you arrive on Duivos at the 10th of October,
November.
November. Sorry. Raylan, another piloting check,
Yeah.
please.
So this time it's +4, right? Because we're going
Yes.
to Gun Hill.
We'll need to refuel on Gun Hills, by the way.
All right.
13.
That one is 3 days of travel. +2 for getting to the orbit of Gunhild. And spend your money on refueling.
Mm-hmm.
2 more days getting to the edge of Gunhild, unless Mr. Eastfield, you want to do your surgery right now before going to Fromia.
No. I need to save my money for buying planet-destroying weapons now.
Ambitious. I like it.
Jump to Fromia then?
Yes. 2 more days to get to the edge of Gunhild, and off you go. Okay. It is the 23rd of November as you get to the edge of Fromia, and 2 more days to get to the orbit.
Okay.
Soon enough, I'll have to do a GM turn.
Yeah, all this traveling.
Well, blame the pilot. He doesn't put the pedal to the metal, as they say it. He goes slow and steady.
If I would, we would probably, get... I don't know. I didn't get instructions to go fast, so...
It's fine. Just have to make a ship monthly payment and haven't really brought in any money this month. No big deal.
Hey, I'm not the captain.
I'll pay it off. Money doesn't really mean much anymore without the love of your parents.
Oh.
So, I'll just have to destroy their entire planet.
Captain,
I hate to be the one to break this to you. They never loved you.
Well, what is love? Baby,
don't hurt me.
I hate you all.
You have a new song to play on repeat.
Fucking hell. I gotta listen to it.
It's a good song.
It is. It is. It's catchy.
It'll never die.
I hope it doesn't. It might become the new Rickroll.
I welcome. That's not a bad song either. Come on.
It isn't. I like it as well. I don't turn it off when it comes up in the link.
Exactly.
So, a bunch more days of traveling. Anything interesting you guys do in the ship?
Put on our roller skates and put some disco lights on and just skate around to What Is Love. Turn off the gravity.
I'm steepling my fingers and planning the demise of Cardice.
Okay, Albert, Natasha eventually calls you into the med bay.
It's time for your psychological examination.
Okay, I come.
Welcome, Captain. Please take a seat.
Hello.
I've seen the message your father has left for you.
Yes, his suicide note.
His suicide note?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he signed his own death warrant.
You intend on killing him?
Yes.
Why?
You see, all I wanted was simply to get out of paying a small amount of money, and then things happened, things that were completely out of my control, and this is the outcome for that.
Well, mm, maybe you should have paid a small amount of money and found another way to solve your problem, Mr. Eastfield.
No,
Captain?
deaths of millions of people will have to suffice.
Well, Captain, I must say that the sword of Damocles isn't apt for such an undertaking. That's point
Yet,
number one.
Natasha, it's fine. We'll find a way. With the technology we've been finding out there and things such as that, I'm sure we'll find something deadly enough to destroy an entire planet.
Well, consider this. You destroy your parents' planet. Fine.
Just their
Then,
biodome.
then what? Then what happens? You will be considered a criminal on the whole sector for destroying a whole planet.
All we know, I already am.
Yes and no. Yes, you are a criminal for harboring one such as me, yes. No, because very few people know about it, and those few people might be able to be trusted on keeping their mouths shut. At least we haven't had any blackmail from them.
Okay, just a small nuclear explosion on the biodome then. Just enough to wipe the Cardice biodome off the face of Cardice. Deersfield biodome.
You know what? Fuck it. If you wish to do it, do it. As long as I am very far away from you and your ship, Captain.
Excellent.
Fucking suicidal motherfucker. He's going to kill us all.
If only I was allowed to roll to be able to not have to do this stupidly large amount of money that I had to pay every month.
No, you cannot persuade your way out of a debt. No way.
I think he meant the blackmail money.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that guy was willing to throw his life away over a few grand a month if he was like so high up with the card ice guys or whatever.
Well, it did get Mr. Eastfield banned from the Eastfield Biodome and his name erased from the family.
Yeah, I mean, not from Albert's perspective, I mean from that guy's perspective. Like, he knows Albert's crazy and has a crazy crew that's going to cut his head off. But he was still willing to risk that over a few grand a month.
Well, he didn't know that Albert was crazy enough to the point of having
Didn't Albert
his
straight up
crew
tell him,
kill
I'm going to cut your head off if you do this?
I basically told him that I was going to do horrendous things, and then he was like, oh, well, I don't think you can. And then we're like, okay, then, well, here's the money. And then went and did our crazy scheme.
How about this? In his mind, you wouldn't do it because you prized your family's name and the love of your parents so much that he wouldn't be killing because he had safeguards.
I mean,
in case
If only there was a
he
skill
knows
that
I
lets
killed
you...
my sister as well.
If only there was a skill that let you persuade people to believe things.
It's just, it seemed very out of confusion why he wouldn't let me persuade him or anything like that. And then we had to go and kill him, and now this has happened. So we'll just have to wipe all memory of Cardice off the system.
At least the biodome.
Yes.
We'll make it look like an accident. Little
Yeah,
asteroid
right.
mishap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, could we like put thrusters on an asteroid? Just slam it into the
Totally
planet.
can.
Well, in theory, yes. Just going to cost you a whole fucking ton of money.
I'm not getting my robot nipples now, so we may as well get that done.
Robot
The asteroid
nipples.
thrusters?
Yeah.
What's the cheapest spaceship cost? I mean, a cargo lighter should be able to do it, actually.
Yeah, just rebuy 2 of those cargo lighters, put one on either side of it, get it having enough speed in the correct direction, and then remove the ships and fly them away.
We should devise some sort of fungal-based violent species that we could put on the rock.
Yeah.
Suddenly they will be named orcs for some reason.
Wow.
They'll go on walks, and then these strange beings who call themselves Space Marines show up as well to fight the orcs. And then
Gunhild already
then
has
we
Space
change the
Marines,
rule
so-
set to 40k. We just changed the rule set to 40k
To Rogue Trader.
in a few weeks time.
Yeah, cargo lighters are 25k a piece.
Strange that I have 50k. It seems perfect.
You don't have the room to haul them.
Wait, why do we need to haul them? We can just lamprey lock them onto the ship, and everything will be fine.
You need both ships need drives to lamprey lock.
I'll just weld it on. It'll be fine.
That just seems so weird.
What do you mean by that?
That they need
What's weird?
their separate drives.
Could we-
Because what the drive does, it creates like a bubble around your ship that allows it to go
yeah,
faster
they're a
than
lot
light.
smaller than our ship, right? So they could theoretically be inside our bubble, right?
What a lamprey lock does, it joins the two bubbles of the two ships.
Couldn't we just buy the cargo lighter in Card Ice through a third party? Card Ice
Perhaps.
has that tech level,
Yeah.
and then we could just fly it straight there.
Yeah, cargo lighters are slow as shit though.
We'll have one of our tech guys write a basic grid guide type thing. Program a destination for it to just fly to and turn off or something. Come back in a month.
Planning the destruction of a planet.
Just the
No,
biodome.
it doesn't have to be a large meteorite. It can be a small one. Just enough to destroy the biodome.
To be honest, if you just crashed a cargo lighter from orbit into the biodome, it'd probably blow it up.
Yeah,
Like,
none of them are
think about
wearing.
how fast that would get going. Just
None
fill it
of
full
them are going to be
explosives.
wearing any vac suits, and when the dome breaks, they'll all just instantly die.
What sort
I
of
mean,
defenses
theoretically.
does the dome have?
We could even just fire our weapons from space and make a tiny hole in the top of the biodome.
All biodomes do have anti-air defenses. That's why in the message the guy says if you approach the biodome at all, you'll be shot down.
I guess the asteroid idea is probably the best idea. Because they probably couldn't shoot down that asteroid.
Yeah, well, you shoot it, now you have 2 asteroids.
Yeah.
Shoot it again, you have 4.
Well, it's not going to break
We've all
apart
played
like
the
that.
game Asteroids, Aaron.
It's not going to break apart like that. Come on. Anyway, killing of family members aside, you guys are on orbit to Fronia.
Okay, I seek out Natasha, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I say,
Well, Natasha, if she isn't in the med bay, she's like in the computer core of the ship. And lately, she's been in the med bay more frequently with Douglas.
okay, so I say like, hello, Natasha. Like, just a bit drunkenly, I guess. Hypothetical
Raylan,
question.
how may I help? What is your question?
Do you know anything about making animals sentient?
She blinks a few times. She's clearly confused and says, "No. Why do you ask? Is this about your frog?"
What frog?
His name is Jean-Luc.
Well, the one you bought.
Oh, okay.
I did hear him croak at nighttime.
God damn it. I told him to be quiet. Yes,
He's a
yes,
frog,
it is
Raylan.
about my frog. Yeah, that's why I want to make him more smarter, so I could tell him to shut the fuck up.
But
And
then
also
we
do
come
stuff for me.
into the question of how intelligent would you want him to be? Do you want him to be intelligent as a human? And if so, wouldn't you be enslaving an uplifted creature?
No, I would set him free. Of course, he would be free to do whatever he wants.
Could join the
And
crew.
what if he wants to leave the ship?
He's got his own vac suit now.
Yeah, I built a vac suit for him already.
Wow.
My last drunken stupor. I don't remember much of building it, but yeah.
Amazing. I should study you while you are in those drunken stupors.
I find that I get my best ideas during those stupors. You should try it, Natasha. I don't know how, but
you know that
we
I
should.
can get drunk. Ellen.
Well, we should work on that. We should develop a system
I
that
don't
lets you
have a
get drunk.
digestive system.
Let's make one.
It doesn't work like that, Braylon. Have you drank again?
But
Did you drink before coming here?
is that really a question? Yeah, of course. What's the point of having a big alcohol collection if you don't use it?
It would be a very good
Well,
alcoholic if he wasn't drunk all the time.
That fancy drink of yours is going to run out soon enough.
Well, that was my only question. Like, if you hear anything, tell me, please.
Sure.
And I fly up with
Yes.
my grab harness. Drunkenly, so
Just
like I
fly
hit
off the
walls
room.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I thought she would know about that.
She wouldn't know about what?
Like making species like.
You could probably turn him into an AI by adding more computer tech to his biological body.
The cyborg frog.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure there's rules actually in the book for making AIs like that. There's no reason why it couldn't be inside a frog.
There isn't, but we
was
can
thinking
work
more-
on that.
I was thinking more about like a medical thing. You could like give him intelligence boosting drugs or something.
Well, maybe Dr. Xavier's research could be adapted to animals. That's a possibility.
Wouldn't that be like moving one person to the animal then, or?
I said adapt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Raylan becomes a frog.
the most useless pilot ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it so he can like jump in.
We'll go full Shadowrun one day.
I mean, Natasha's basically jumped into a body, right? She can change bodies essentially.
Yes, in a way, but she needs to be directly connected to the body.
So it's like having a jumped-in direct connection.
Yeah.
You can do that in Shadowrun. Plug your data jack or whatever in.
Oh. What are we doing here, by the way?
Looking for a lab so we can do something to this head that we cut off.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which is pointless now because...
Yeah, we probably don't need to now.
I mean, if you still want to do it.
Did we ever sell the salvage rights to that ship we found? Anybody?
I think that was included in the deal with the reactor.
So it's probably already salvaged anyway.
This is agency property now.
I think the people we would have sold it to are the guys we sold all the cargo lighters, if anything. So I think we tried to sell them salvaging rights. I'm not sure if they're interested though.
No, I believe the deal was to sell the reactor, the reactor's specs, along with salvaging rights to the ship, all in one bundle.
Oh, I don't remember the salvaging rights part.
I mean, I think that was the deal. I might be wrong. Which is usually how it goes with me. So
I seem to remember we tried to do that, and everywhere we found there was people just saying, "Oh, I don't have enough money for all of that. I can maybe buy the cargo lighters at this much reduced price."
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think we've actually told anybody except for the people we sold the cargo lighters to. I think we brought some of their crew there so they'd know where the ship is. But other than them, I don't think anybody else even knows where that ship is.
like the people that helped you salvage the ship, I
Yeah, they're
believe
the
you
only
put
people
them
that...
under heavy NDA about
Yeah.
not disclosing the location of the ship to anyone. Otherwise, you'd have their balls on a silver platter, sprinkled with pepper, I believe.
And I think they're the only people we've actually told where it is.
But I do remember you guys saying something about selling the salvaging rights along with the reactor.
I think we tried to, but nobody wanted to buy it.
Well, no one made an offer until last session.
The only people I remember trying to sell the salvaging rights to are the guys that we gave the cargo lighters. And they didn't have enough money. So we said, oh. And then we tried to sell the reactor.
Well, let's just say then that the salvaging rights to the ship haven't been sold yet.
So I mean, we could go back to that ship and just take more stuff from it.
I do believe you took the more important bits. Let me check.
Leech doesn't have really any good suggestions. All he knows is that we don't want to go to his home planet. We don't want to go to Albert's home planet.
So yeah, you got the computer core of the out of the ship. We got the lab data, which is with Natasha, and the reactor, which you sold. Also, Elliot's grav car is in the cargo hold of the ship. You also have the mech that you took from the ship, the jack.
It's broken, isn't it?
No, actually. I believe that Raylan repaired it to full condition.
Oh.
What else did you take? And you took 2 assault suits from it? Pre-tech assault suits. A few cyber limbs, a pair of eyes and 2 pairs of arms and 2 pairs of legs. A few TL5 Lazarus patches. The initiative enhancer cyberware. You also took the shock rifle, which you still have. And you took 6 seeker grenades as well from that ship. So the place is fairly looted, but yeah, if you guys want to go back, you can go back.
I think this is where we should set up our base for destroying planets.
Fromia, yeah.
Yes.
Should we just conquer Fromia? Do they have a military?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
We have a mech.
Let me. Yes, you have a suit.
Huh.
Let me check the tech level on Fromia.
Make Jean-Luc sentient and have him pilot the mech.
Yes, that's what we're doing. We're having him as our next crew member.
The tech level on Fromia is tech level 3.
So yes, we can shit all over them with one mech.
Trust me, you can't.
Tech level 3 is like what year here?
Today's technology. Today's tech.
Today's? Really? They have railguns and shit? Like orbital nukes? I thought tech level 3 was like pre-World War II.
No. Tech level 3 is today's technology. Though, yeah, like the railguns, if they have them, is like the experimental stuff. Like they're experimenting on railgun technology to move up to tech level 4, stuff like that. But yeah, tech level 3 is today's current technology.
Well, anyway, let's make this a sweet-ass base. Let's make all the rest of our missions about bringing things back here and making it an awesome underground evil lair.
I'm down for that.
Please do that. Please set up a base in my favorite cluster of planets.
We need somewhere to collect some metal men and send them off to destroy other planets. We'll become allied with them. It'll be awesome.
Are there any tech level 2 worlds? in the sector?
No. This sector is actually fairly high tech.
I mean, some places on Scaboria would be like tech level 2 or 1.
Probably.
You know.
Because it's a fucking desert.
Yeah.
Well, Ilaria only has an outpost for a population. Though Prosec wants to build a base there.
So what are we doing?
The first thing I need is one of those chairs that rotates slowly and evil looking.
You're Albert's so pissed off. I love it.
Would you turn around and you would like pet Jean-Luc?
Yes, yes.
No, we gotta get those
Jean-Luc,
sentient cats.
Jean-Luc, he also has like lasers on his head. Frickin' lasers.
Yeah.
No, for the moment, we were coming here because there's reports of metal men fucking shit up. Let's go find someone who needs a little helping hand from us. We can talk about orbital bombardment of a planet later.
Well, if we're looking for Metal Man, we should probably just contact like the governments of one of the nations on one of the major planets in the system.
Yes, I'll send out a wide beam for the president of Fromia.
They're still in
Bring,
denial,
bring.
though, aren't they? Like
Bring.
the official channels all say there are no metal men, right?
On Unia,
Oh, right. Sorry.
but they got
I guess if a
quarantined.
ship shows up that has like TL4 and 5 technology and you're a TL3 world, you'd probably talk to them if they started sending you
Herald them as
communications.
gods.
It isn't help from the gods from a single ship, but it is help.
So basically, we like hover the ship above their White House and slowly like open up a like glowing blue port in the center of our ship.
And they shoot you down with the AA.
Well,
We're like
got
we
the
send the
energy
hail
shield.
on whatever frequency, the little book you have that tells you all the different frequencies that the different nations in the sector use. We look up one of the
Yeah.
frequencies for their military, like their Air Force equivalent, and we hail them over it. Fromia Tower Control.
Yeah, basically.
What's the Sword of Damocles 119?
heavy Damocles.
From your tower control, what's your business?
We hear you've got shit fucking up your shit. We're here to fuck up the shit that's fucking up your shit.
You have such a way with words, Albert.
Thank you very much.
And then he complains.
If only we had a P3.
So, from your tower control, he says, you're mercenaries?
Yes, if you have shit that needs fucking up,
We will fuck up your shit.
Yeah. Where is from you? How many people?
or if you've got some shit being fucked up, you can unfuck your shit for you.
He says, well, there's a few fighter a few fighter ships coming from an unknown location. They've been doing a few bombing runs on the city.
Are these metal shits that we're talking about, or?
Well, ships are made of metal.
No, shits.
We believe that they are, yes. The ones that were shot down didn't have any pilot in them.
Ah, excellent. We're old hands at fucking up this kind of shit. So,
Posh English is what they speak on your planet?
He's so angry he forgot to do posh English. It's amazing.
even in places where we speak correctly, we often use vocabulary of such to make things easier for people to understand, especially in high tension environments.
So from your tower control says, well, if you want to help shoot down a few of these things, you're free to do so, but we don't have much in the way of money to pay mercenaries right now.
We don't need money. Just let us have a small area off in that direction where we found this thing that you're just not going to go look at. Everything will be fine.
Sir, this is not my department.
Can you put us into contact with the local force commander so that we can share intelligence? We've dealt with these things before.
Yes, we need to speak to your proper PDF commander.
Moment, please.
If not, we can get in contact with Adobe Reader.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. General Adobe here.
So General Edward comes up on comms, and he says, "Sir Damocles, this is General Edgar. Edward. I was told you have some intelligence to share on these things that are attacking my city. Please explain yourself."
Well, there are these metal twats that seem to be fucking shit up in the system, and we've been able to deal with a few of them recently. We were wondering if you wanted some of your shit unfucking as well.
Well, any help would be appreciated.
Excellent. We have a ship, as you can see. It also has weapons.
Yes. I must say that the Cohen company it's beginning to move its assets along the cluster to help with these things, and all the money we've managed to gather was going well to the company. I must say they are a pricey but a needed force to defend our homes.
Well, if you just want to pay us a portion of what you pay them, that's fine with me. I'm feeling rather generous today.
Very well, then how does 10,000 look?
Fine, perfect. Let's go kill some things.
All right. So he gives you a set of coordinates, all the way a few hours north of the city, because there's only one city in from you, because there's only tens of thousands of inhabitants on the planet. And he says that General Edward believes that these ships that have been attacking come from those coordinates. And if not, he would ask you to search for the point of origin.
His name is Edward James Elmos.
Yes, whatever.
And he commands the Battlestar Galactica.
Yes, he does.
Excellent. Okay, onwards to the shit that needs fucking up.
Let's kill some Cylons.
By your command.
Okay, do remember that you have limited ammo on your gun.
Who? Everyone.
On the ship's gun.
Maybe.
It's not maybe, you do have limited ammo on the ship's gun. You believe I gave you 20 rounds plus 1 in the chamber.
21 rounds it is.
What weapons does the mech have on it, by the way? Is there like a spec
The
for
mech
that?
has a rocket launcher. I believe he has his handout does have everything.
How many rockets does it have?
The way mech ammo works is you shoot unlimited for a whole battle, and then once the battle's done, once the combat's done, you roll gunnery modified by wisdom against a difficulty of 6. If you succeed, you've used your ammo wisely and haven't run out. If you fail, you are out of ammo.
So really strange ammo rules, alright.
It is, yeah. It's to abstract the whole thing.
I was gonna say we could have Raylan piloting the ship, and I could pilot the Jack, so we could have 2 people shooting. The Jack should be able to shoot down a fighter, right?
Yeah, it does have. It is a gunnery weapon. Gunnery
Yeah, I mean,
weapons
it's
do
shooting
damage
fucking
to
missiles,
ships.
right?
Yep. So I need to know who's going to be the pilot, the gunner, the person on the Jack.
Mapachine's the gunner.
Okay. By the way, Leech, have you ever trained with mechs?
Well, we've had a Jack on the ship for a while, and I've trained up my gunnery skill, so I imagine that's actually Leech practicing with the Jack.
Okay. Do you have exosuit trained?
No.
Okay, then the rule applies to you. Where is it? Here it is. Do you have vehicle land?
No, I don't have any piloting skills. We're
Okay,
only level
then.
3.
So every skill check that you do with the Jack, because you have exosuit at -1 or vehicle land at -1, applies a negative modifier of -1 to the max movement, his combat rolls, and gives +1 to the max AC.
Yep.
What's the encumbrance on your armor?
The encumbrance on my armor is 1.
I believe you can wear it inside the Jack. Yes.
Yeah.
Can.
And it's a suit, right?
Yes, it's a suit.
Yeah. So I get to decide who gets it.
Yes, you can. You can also use your ability while inside the mech. Okay, so off you guys fly to.
I could do an orbital insertion.
Yes,
I can
you
too.
You can drop from orbit if you want to.
Like straight onto one of the fighters.
So, how do you want to do this, Raylan, as the pilot? Want to go from the atmosphere, drop leech, and then fly down? Or do you want to go inside the atmosphere already? Because these guys don't leave the atmosphere at all.
Okay. Do we really want to do like orbital insertion?
Fuck yeah.
Well, leech will get there.
Kidding me?
first
I get to jump out of a spaceship in orbit and fly
Yeah.
down to the planet in a giant mech suit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but how good would
It's
you be?
slightly larger than you. The mech is 4 meters tall, by the way.
Like we would dogfight these guys, and you would.
I'm gonna be down on the ground shooting missiles at them up in the sky.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do that then.